The Hidden Door. Maria moved to a new house in New Orleans with her dad after her mother's demise. After dinner, Maria was just laying in her bed, which was positioned right next to the wall. Her bed's huge wooden headboard nearly covered more than half of the wall. As she was about to fall asleep, she heard a hit on her wall. All at once, her eyes opened. She positioned her ears close towards the wall and waited for a while, but she heard nothing. After a while, she again heard the noise. This time she was sure that someone was hitting the wall. So she knocked back at the wall. Then suddenly, something knocked back. Her hands were trembling, but she was too curious to know what was behind the wall. She got out of bed. It was completely dark. She checked the time and it was exactly midnight. She turned on the light. The faint yellow light reflected upon the dark wooden headboard of the bed. All of a sudden, Maria felt the urge to push aside the bed to examine the walls. The bed wasn't as heavy as expected, and Maria did it without much difficulty, but as she pushed the bed away, she saw something she'd never expected: a door. There was a small door that was peeking through the ripped wallpaper, as the house was pretty old. Instead of calling her dad, Maria proceeded to tear up the wallpaper and uncover the hidden door. It was a black door. She turned on her flashlight as she pushed it hard, but it didn't open. With a count of 3, the door flung open. She stepped inside the pitch-dark room. The torchlight was glowing. In a spur of the moment, it reflected upon something red and shiny. She went closer. It was a weird red book with no name. As she opened it, she saw their current house. On the next page, there was a map of the rooms inside. She kept flipping the pages to find out more. As she reached the last sheet, page number 33, she found an area in the house designated for occult practices, and it was no other than the room she was in. Her hands were trembling as she flipped the page. She saw a huge empty room, and in the middle there was a big circle enclosed with candles. A huge cross, big enough to fit her body, was placed at the center. She dropped the book and tried to run towards the door, but something grabbed her foot. As she was being dragged, she lost hold of her torchlight and couldn't see who was grabbing her. But she did see long nails and thin hands grabbing hold of her legs. Before she could think of anything, she heard loud screeches and indistinct mumbling and chatter. It kept whispering her name: Maria, 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 Maria. Suddenly she was dragged into the middle of the cross, surrounded by candles. Then a lady whose mouth was stitched to her chin came close to her face and gave a smirk. Her body looked hollow. She didn't look like a person. She kept mumbling something and strangled Maria. After that day, no one heard about Maria. She may be strangled to death or possessed by the evil spirit or locked inside the hidden door. No one knows till now.